Hi everyone. So today topic is crop production and management. So in this chapter we are going to see how crops are produced and how they are managed. So why do we eat food? We eat food for our survival, right? For living purpose we are going to eat food. So you all know that every living organism requires food. Why? To carry on the body activities. What are those? Digestion, excretion, respiration, reproduction, and so on. Okay, so to carry on these activities we require food. From where we are getting this food? We are getting food from plants and animals, right? So we get food from plants and animals. So tell me, the organisms or the animals which eat plants, they are called as what? Herbivores. You all know this, right? And the animals which eat flesh, they are called as what? Carnivores. And the animals or the organisms which eat both plants as well as flesh, they are called as what? Omnivores. Okay, depending upon the food they eat, we are going to call the animals as the herbivores, carnivores and the omnivores. Okay, so let us come to the main point. So in this chapter we are seeing the word crop. What do you mean by crop here? Crop is nothing but the same kind of plants are growing in one place in a large scale. So we are going to call that as the crop. That means what? Same kind of plants which grow in large scale in large amount. Okay, so these are nothing but crops. So example, we can say rice. In a field we grow rice. We are going to call that as the crop of rice. Okay, and if we grow wheat, we are going to call it as the crop of wheat. Okay, got it? So this is the word crop. Crop is nothing but same kind of plants growing in same area in a large scale is called as what? Crop. Okay, we know that in different regions different crops are grown. Different regions, different crops. Okay, why we are going to find different crops in different regions? Because of environmental conditions. Okay, depending upon the environmental conditions we are going to get different crop. That means what? Different environment is required for the growth of different crops. Let us see what are the conditions. Humidity, temperature, okay, and rainfall. You all know that rainfall varies from one region to another. Okay, there will be no same temperature, no same humidity or no same rainfall in all places. Different places are having different environmental conditions. Depending upon these features the crop production is also depends. Okay, now based upon these environmental features the crops are divided into kharif crops and rabi crops. What they are divided? Divided into two types, kharif and rabi crops. Okay, so the crops which are sown in rainy season, they are called as what? Kharif crops. In which season the kharif crops are sown? Rainy season. And in which season rabi crops are grown? They are sown in winter season. They are sown in winter season. So these kharif crops are also called as rainy crops, and these rabi crops are called as winter crops. Okay, so they are sown in from June to September, and the rabi crops are grown in the months October to March. Okay, example for kharif crops is nothing but paddy. Paddy here is nothing but rice. Okay, paddy is nothing but rice. And maize, soybean, groundnut, cotton, all these are nothing but what? Kharif crops. And example for the rabi crops is nothing but wheat, gram, pea, mustard and linseed. Here linseed is nothing but the masoor dal, we are going to call it as, right? You know the masoor dal, that masoor dal is nothing but linseed. Okay, so this is about kharif crops and the rabi crops. Depending upon the environmental conditions, crops are divided into kharif and rabi crops. So you know what are kharif crops and what are rabi crops. Don't confuse within these two. So the kharif crops month is nothing but June to September, and rabi crop month is nothing but October to March. Now let us see. So here they gave one thing. So why paddy cannot be grown in winter season? You all know that in winter season there will be no rainfall. Okay, so and this paddy is going to require more water. Actually it grows in water only, we can say. Okay, so in winter season we cannot grow paddy. So now let us see the basic practices of the crop production. So to produce crops, what are the methods we have to take care? Okay, what are the methods we have to undergo before sowing or before growing the crops? We are going to see that. What are those? First, what we are going to see, so the methods which we undergo to produce crops, that is nothing but agricultural practices. The methods or the things which we undergo before growing the crops is nothing but agricultural practices. So let us see one by one. First, what we have to do, we have to prepare the soil. We have to prepare the soil. Next, after preparing the soil, we have to sow the seeds. So sowing. Next, after that, adding manure and fertilizers. So this manure and fertilizers, why we are going to add? Because to improve the growth. Okay, to improve the growth we are going to add manures and the fertilizers. Next, we have to irrigate the soil or irrigate the field. And next, protecting from the weeds. Weeds are nothing but waste plants. Okay, waste small like grass and many waste weeds are nothing but waste plants which we don't require. Next is harvesting and another one is storage. Okay, so these are the practices required for the crop production. Now first we will see what is preparation of soil, how we are going to prepare the soil. Okay, how exactly we are going to prepare the soil for the production of the crops. So the first step we are going to call this preparation of the soil is nothing but it is the first step for crop production. Okay, so in this preparation of soil, what we are going to do, so here what first step, what in preparation of soil, first step what we are going to do, we have to lose the soil. Okay, we have to lose the soil. How we are going to lose the soil? By using some implements, some machines or some things we are going to lose the soil. Why we have to lose the soil? Because when we lose the soil, the oxygen which is present in the atmosphere, that oxygen is going to penetrate into the soil. Okay, understood? That means what? The oxygen is going to mix up with the soil. It can undergo easily, it can go easily into the soil, so that the minerals or the things which are present in the soil are going to be well accomplished in the soil. So main thing which is required for the soil protection is crop production is nothing but oxygen, right? Everyone require oxygen. So you all know that plants are also the living organisms or living things, we can say. So that's why they also require oxygen for the growth. So after losing the soil, what happens? Earthworms are going to move from here and there. Okay, they can move easily, so that the soil is going to get mineralized. So the earthworms and the microbes which are present in the soil, they are going to help in the growth of the plant. So let us come to this tilling or the plowing. So the process of loosening and turning of the soil is called as what? Tilling or plowing. Okay. So by using, if you see some fields, so they are going to use the tractors. Okay, by using some devices, they are going to attach some device to the tractor or some bullock carts or bulls. You are going to use the camels. In few other places they are going to use the camels for plowing the soil. So the process of loosening the soil or turning the soil is called as what? Tilling or the plowing. Okay, so after plowing the soil, we will be having some small lumps of the soil. Okay, we are going to call these lumps as the crumbs, soil crumbs or soil lumps. Small ball like things we are going, that means what? The soil is not much even, there will be some small lumps of soil or mud, we are going to call that as the crumbs. So to break these lumps or the crumbs, we require leveler. Okay, and this process we are going to call it as what? Leveling of the soil. So the soil is made even. So in this process we are going to call it as leveling. Okay, why we have to do the leveling process? Because if there are lumps in the soil, the seeds are not going to grow well. Okay, if the soil is even, we can sow the seeds easily and the growth of the plants also will be even. Now let us come to this agricultural implements. Agricultural implements is nothing but, implements are nothing but what? We can say machines. Okay, not exactly the machines, we can say tools. Okay, implements are nothing but what? Tools, agricultural tools. So to do this plowing or to do the leveling or the tilling, whatever it is, so all these require some implements. What are those? We are going to say. So mainly the agricultural implements are first plow, second hoe, and one more is cultivator. Plow, hoe and cultivator, these are the main tools used in agriculture. Okay, so let us come to this plow. So plow, here it is nothing but this is the plow. Okay, if you see in some villages or the field persons are going to hold this in their hands or and they are going to they go for the field work. Okay, so plow, this is a, from olden times we are going to use this tool for tilling or the plowing of the soil. Okay, if you see this image, okay, here you are going to see the plow. Okay, this plow is having, and this part we are going to call it as plow shaft, and this part we are going to call it as plowshare. Okay, and by using some beam here, so here using with the help of beam, they are going to put this beam on the neck of the bulls, and while the bulls are walking, the plow is going to dig the soil so evenly, so that all the field is going to digged by this plow. And this is the plow. Okay, this is the tool used for plowing and the tilling of the soil. Okay, they are going to use horses or camels or bulls, okay, for doing this process. Got it? So next is hoe. Hoe, it is also a tool used for removing weeds and for loosening the soil. So hoe, exactly it looks like this, somewhat a big knife like thing, sharp knife like thing. Okay, with the help of this hoe we are going to remove weeds, and it is also helpful for loosening the soil. Okay, by digging the soil they are going to remove the waste plants with the help of this hoe. So here exactly you can see this is also a hoe. So here you are having some plate like thing, with the help of this they are going to dig it, and this is the grip, this is the handle, and this is the beam. They are going to, with the help of, this is the modern hoe we can say. By using this we are going to remove the weeds, and it is also helpful in loosening the soil. Now cultivator. So this is also third implement. Nowadays what happens, earlier by using bulls or horses or camels, etc., by using these animals plowing is done. But today, now at the modern times we are going to use tractors. Okay, so if you see this backside thing, okay, by using tractor we are going to dig the soil, or we can level the soil by using this thing, and we are going to call this as the cultivator. Okay, so that bulls or the horses, if we use that method, time will be more and it requires days to plow the soil. But today at modern times, by using this tractor and with the help of the cultivator, we are going to save time also, and the labor work is also saved. So this is about cultivator. Now the second method is sowing. After plowing the soil, what we have to do, we have to sow the seeds. We have to sow the seeds. What exactly what we have to do in this? What we have to do, we have to take good quality seeds. Okay, the seeds should be good. If the seeds are not good, what happens? There will be no growth. Okay, so that's why we have to select the seeds which produces good growth. Okay, how do we know that seeds are good or they are useless? Here we are having one activity. What you have to do, you have to take a vessel or a glass, you have to take, put some water in it and take few seeds, whatever you wanted to grow. Okay, whenever you put the grains or seeds into the water, you will observe that few grains are settled down and few seeds are, or few grains are going to float on the water. Okay, the grains which float on the water, they are bad quality, and the grains which settle down, they are of good quality. Okay, so these seeds are helpful, or these seeds are required for the sowing purpose. So the floating seeds are useless, we can say. Okay, this is how we have to how the selection of seeds is done. So for sowing the seeds also, we are having some agricultural tools. Earlier what they used to do, they used to use traditional tools. So what they have to do, so here if you see a funnel like thing is observed. So the man is putting some seeds, and there with the help of the bulls. So what happens, the bull are going to, so exactly in this manner they are going to put the seeds. Okay, by using this thing, this funnel like thing, they are going to add the soil to the add the seeds to the soil. But this method is somewhat not so much better, because the seeds are not sown in a proper manner. Okay, that's the reason why this method is not going to work properly. But today in modern methods we are having so many methods. So let us see what are those things, or what are those methods in our next class.